So what did I do over the weekend that was so gigaglorp? Nothing. Um, I finished cutting the audio up for my video, and I started on the video portion. I did all of that. I did a bunch on Sunday. So on Saturday, we got 10 courses, by the way, chat. There's 10 cups left and we're done. Black Mage Cup. LR Royal Knights Raceway, Snowy Loop, Darkest Night, Bomb Harbor. Let's do it. So, Saturday night, I was like, I want to watch anime, and I wasn't sure what to watch, and I found a show that I think aired last season. It's called Medalist. And at first, I was like, I saw the rating, it had a good rating, and I read the synopsis, and I was like, what is this? Wait, is this Lego Racers? This sounds like Lego Racers. This 100% sounds like Lego Racers. It's called Medalist, and it's about figure skating. And I was like, okay, so this is a premise that doesn't really immediately stand out to me, but it's got a really good rating. So I figured I'd give it a shot. And it was pretty good. I actually really enjoyed it. What button is my wheelie? It's X, okay. Holy shit, Lego Racer music is like unhinged. Yeah, it's about a coach who couldn't go pro, and it's about a girl who really wants to do figure skating. It's pretty well animated, and its story is surprisingly like nice and not like super tropey, and just pretty enjoyable. It was really good. It was a genuine human interaction between characters. Well, that was smart. That's the part that impresses me the most, is usually when you watch certain types of shows and it's like the way people interact with each other. It's like, yeah, this is an anime. But like, there's some pretty human concerns, human reactions to different things. I thought it was very engaging. I really enjoyed it. So after that, on Sunday, I spent pretty much the entire day in my editing software. So here's what happened. I got all the audio caught up. I started on the video. I could not find the index for changing the size of images overlaid on the video. And I looked for a while, and I couldn't find it, and I couldn't find it. And then I started trying to find Adobe Premiere Pro. If you catch my drift. But I couldn't find that, so I gave up on that and just decided to look more. And I found it. And there are a couple features in... There are actually a couple features in DaVinci that are a little better than I expected. So I kind of got the hang of it for the most part. And yeah, I don't know how much progress I've made. I had to stop on Sunday because my computer was on for so long that it actually started to lag. That happened in Premiere too, as well. But like basically, the longer I'm in there, the worse my computer starts to run. Until eventually, it was like it delayed so bad that when I tried to run the video back, it like the audio kept going, but the video wasn't catching up, and I was like, all right. So I stopped. At like 7:30 or something, and I was like, okay, it's like, what do I do now? And I was thinking about it. It's like, okay, I have Stardew. I've been thinking about Stardew. I looked into Stardew. So I looked into modding Stardew, and thank God that was easy. Modding for Stardew is extremely simple. So I grabbed a couple mods that I was interested in. I got the game working. I started it up. And I played. And then suddenly it was like 3 a.m. And I was like, oh, I have to go to bed like hours ago. Like hours ago. Oops. So there's a lot of mods for Stardew. There are a lot of mods. There's one that apparently is like an extended version of the game, which just adds like more areas and NPCs and shit. I didn't touch that because I've never even I don't know anything about the original. So the only thing I have actually like changed are quality of life things. So the main mod really that I'm running that really matters, I think. I don't know, I'd have to look through them. I got the anime portraits because I thought they looked very nice, and I am a weeb. Stardew Valley's art style has grown on me, but it's not my favorite. I like the anime one. It looks nice. I got the one that makes it so you can see the fish in the water. But honestly, that one doesn't really matter. It's more so aesthetic than anything, because I can see the fish, but I don't know what the fuck the fish is, so it doesn't actually matter that much. Ah. No, Toad. I also got one, I actually just installed it, and there weren't a lot I installed right away because I didn't really know what was going on in the game, but there's one that I actually just installed before I started the stream, which is the ability to access the community center at any point, because at first I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. I'll just stop by the community center when I have the right items, and I'll drop them off. But then I can never remember if the items I have match up, and then I get annoyed when they don't, and I end up wasting time running to the community center. Because you move so fucking slow. And I don't have money for the books. What the fuck is that? So, now I have that, so I can put things in the community center like that. I also got a mod that makes it so friendships don't decay. And the only reason I really decided to get that one is not because I'm antisocial and I don't talk to the villagers. It's because some of those fucking assholes, like, never leave their goddamn rooms. Holy bone zone. So, building friendship with some characters is kind of difficult. Because they never leave their fucking room. And also, the wizard lives so far away that my ass cannot be bothered to go and talk to him. So I would never be able to be his friend, like, ever. So, I have the no decay mod on, so the characters like that, who I barely get a chance to even interact with, aren't gonna just always hate me permanently. That's why I have that mod on. Trust me when I say the way I play the game, that mod's existence doesn't matter for like at least 25 of the characters. The wizard isn't relevant, but he is part of like, he's part of your like log. The worst is probably Sebastian. That asshole lives up in the fucking mountains and only comes out like at past 7 o'clock. Like, motherfucker, I am not up in the mountains at 7 o'clock every day. Not to talk to your smoking ass. So, like, no joke. Like, characters like Sebastian and Elliot, my friendship level with them was like 1. Abigail, it was 1. Meanwhile, I'm like Emily's best friend. Why? Why am I Emily's best friend? Because her sister told me that she liked amethyst. So I found an amethyst, so I kept it for her because her birthday was at the end of spring. And so I gave it to her as a birthday present, and then her friendship rating went up from like 2 to 5. And I got the achievement for it, too. And I was like, oh, I guess we're besties now. I guess we're just fucking besties now. Currently, my best friends are Emily and Alex. Why? Because I gave Alex an egg on his birthday, and he was like, I fucking love eggs! Because he's a protein junkie. She's no mega hippie. I know, but I know, but the anime portrait for her is like the most ideal I've ever seen. But I like a couple of the characters, actually. Womom Harbor. I like a couple of the characters. I don't really have, I don't really know. Well, I guess if I had to pick my least favorite... Okay. If I had to pick my least favorite, it's probably Haley. But that's mostly just because she's just kind of like... She's just kind of like the Stacy. She's just kind of like a Stacy, that's it. Whoa. It's not like she's a bad person, but like, she's not very interesting. Penny is nice. I like Penny's role, but Penny feels like, I don't know, it's weird to me, but it feels like it's hard for me to run into Penny. But I like her. I like Leah. Maru's okay. Okay, that's deja vu. The thing is, I don't really know much about Emily at all. Other than that, her heart events are kind of like... Her heart events aren't very interesting, I guess. Like, her first heart event is that she has a fucking dream about you. Then the next one is a parrot crashes into her house and she takes care of it. And then her third one, or at least I assume is her third one, was her dancing in front of me. I don't know where I'm going. She hit me with the fucking Mother 3 and I was just like, alright, I guess we're bonding right now. But then, like, that's her heart events, right? And then I talked to Shane. And Shane is just like... Shane is having a fucking rough go at life. Bro is talking to his aunt. And then his, I assume is his sister, Jess, walks in. When Marley asks about his future, and he's like, what's his plan for the future? And he goes, I hope I won't be around long enough to need one. And it's like, geez, bro, are you alright? I don't think you're alright. But, like, he's interested in that regard. His heart events are, like, exploring his character in a way. Even Alex is interesting in that regard, because Alex is just like a jock. But you talk to him, and he's like, yes, like... he lives with his grandparents because his dad's a deadbeat. His mom passed away. He wanted to go pro at football, but it's difficult. But he's like struggling to figure out what he wants to do. He has a plan, but can he do it? And it's like, oh, you're not just a jock. Cool. So like that's cool. But like I said, Emily's heart events have just been that. Haley's heart events were clean the couch cushions and can you open this jar for me? There's a bit of a dichotomy in how these characters are being treated. Now, Abigail's first one was I played video games with her. And it just so happened that I walked in the arcade and played that prairie game, and I did pretty good on it. And then the heart event was just beat the first screen with her, and I was like, oh, I'm prepared. But then the next time I saw her, I like her, actually. I like Abigail. But I kept giving her things she didn't like, so I was friends with her parents, and then she did not. We weren't even close enough friends for her to let me in her room. But then I was at the mountains at one point, just chilling, like coming back from the mines, or I was fishing or something, and she showed up. Iron Whale, Winter Lake, Wario's Corrupted Continuum, and Carrera Circuit. She showed up and she pulled out a flute and started playing a flute. And I was like, yo, that's kind of awesome. Abigail's birthday is like in the winter. I'm in no rush for marriage or anything like that. I'm taking it pretty relatively slow. I have no idea what this is. But I feel like I've played the game this is from. Whee! Mwah. Oh, I never played Shovel Knight. I feel like I've seen this stage before. Whee! But like some other characters' events, like they're good. My first event My first event was Linus, actually. When he's raiding trash cans. And let me just tell you something. Stardew is so, like, not subtle. Stardew is not subtle about what the good option is 90% of the time, huh? Like, sometimes you're presented with multiple options, and other times it's just like, will you be a good person, or will you be an absolute fucking twat? Like, there's no in between. Like, Granny made me cookies. And she was like, how is it, dear? And my options were, wow, these are delicious. Or, that tastes like a hockey puck. It's like, bro. Why the fuck would I, like, what? Come on now. There's no ambiguity in that. There's just being a prick for the sake of being a prick. But then there's also Penny's mom, who I feel bad for. Because, like, I got the Gus event where he's like, we're not doing so good right now because Pam's not paying her tab. And Pam comes in, and I can be like, Pam, you gotta pay your tab right the fuck now! Or I have to just explain the situation. Just be like, oh, you know, we're hurting financially. And when you do that, you know, she gets it. It's not like Pam's a bad person. No one in the village is really a bad person, but... Oh, God. But, you know, I think a general theme of the game is sometimes life sucks. Same deal with George. Like, just these people, it's not like Harvest Moon where everybody is, you know, like, kind of La La Land. It's kind of grounded in reality to an extent, which I find quite enjoyable and engaging. And I think that's why I like the characters. I think I just kind of like the general characters, because they're not really tropes so much as they feel like real people that are kind of tropey, because some people are tropey. I had no idea that Pam was Penny's mother, though. That caught me off guard. Because she's almost never in the trailer. Like, ever. She's usually out with the kids. Oh, that reminded me. I don't know what Sam likes aside from cactus juice. So I brought him a squash for his birthday. And he was like, yo, you remember my birthday? Hey, what's that gnarly smell? Oh. And then I looked at my friendship progression. And he is now my least friend next to the wizard. So that was a bad decision. That reminded me, I got another mod as well that adds like over 4,000 pieces of dialogue to the game. And I got another one that kind of makes responses from characters more unique without like more, like kind of removes the more generic statements and makes characters have unique responses to GIFs. Which I think is really cool and pivotal for that kind of game, because the moment your dialogue runs dry, your world starts to feel a little synthetic, you know? There's a lot of times where characters repeat things for sure, but just the raw variety of potential dialogue is pretty impressive. Assuming I turned it on. I hope I turned it on, and usually those things are on by default. You fucker. That was mine, kid. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. There's just a lot of things to do. I like fishing, go figure. I had no idea there was a combat aspect to the game. The mines are cool, but like, God, it takes your entire fucking day to do any mine work at all. I finally got a chicken coop. And I like the community center because the community center gives you something to work towards, but it also requires you to actually engage with all the different aspects of the game to complete it. So I like that. I'm pretty broke though. I find I'm hurting on money a lot of the time. Also, I'm a massive hoarder. I'm a massive fucking hoarder. So I have like 3 chests in my house. I have 3 chests in my house full of junk because I refuse to sell things in case I need them. but then I have multiple degrees of quality for these things, so they take up even more shelf room. And it's like, why are you like this? The combat itself is whatever, but it's the fact that you could actually, like, do something. Anyway, I had a sword. I had a steel sword, which did, like... It did, like, I don't know, 3 to 12 damage range. And then I was fishing, and I fished up a box, and it gave me the Neptune sword, which was a level 5 sword that had a damage range of, like, 18 to 35. And I was like... I'm on floor 20 of the mines. I went back in there after a couple days with the Neptune sword, and everything just died in one hit. Whoa. Oh, actually, chat, I have an important question regarding a few things. First of all, how do trees work in the game? Can somebody tell me how trees work? Because the way I see how it works, you have it grows in 28 days, but does the tree only grow in the season that it's supposed to bear fruit? Or does it only bear fruit in the season that it bears fruit, and you can grow the tree at any other time? I'm asking because I haven't done it yet, and I won't be doing it because I don't have the money for it, but I want to know if I can grow the tree in the season prior, and then have it bear fruit the entirety of the season once it's fully grown, or if it can only grow in the specific season it bears fruit in, because it says it takes 28 days, which is an entire month to grow, and if it takes that long to grow, it's not going to have any time to produce any fruit. The other question I had is, what exactly does the fortune teller program on the TV do? Because it seems to have different variations of luck, and I have no idea what that entails. To grow any season, but only the... Okay. Alright, so basically that means if I bought a tree for fall and planted it in summer, it would grow in summer. The thing is, I can't afford them right now. That's the big thing. I can't afford them. They cost, like, one seed is a very large amount of money. Luck affects RNG. So, like, what RNG exactly does it affect? Does it affect the like, finding shit in the ground? Because I like finding artifacts to give to Gunther. But I've been trying to only go on mining days when it's raining, because then I don't have to water all my crops. But usually the luck thing does not line up very well for that. So I often don't find much. In fact, I have only found 6 pieces of iron. In the entirety, I'm on floor 40 in the mines. I've found 6 pieces of iron. I have no idea when I'm supposed to get more iron, but all I have is a fuckload of copper and stone. Oops. So it's based... Okay, so... Random chance luck is for fishing and mine luck. Noted. I gotta catch more fish. I bought the newest rod that costs like 7,500. So most of my money goes to that. I bought the co-op. Sorry, the coop. So I have 2 chickens. I'm raising 2 chickens. I also took the river farm, which I actually kind of regret a little bit now, because, well, I don't care as much about the access to fishing as I do to the land for the building, like the buildings, because now I have to like segregate things into fucking islands, which is annoying. But I don't even have any fucking money to begin with, so we're working on that. That's a work in progress. Iron spawns with cold layers. Okay, so cold layer is floor 40 beyond. So I'm at the cold layer now. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. I found a couple pieces of iron. Actually, most of the iron I found came from boxes from fishing. In fact, most of the minerals I found came from boxes from fishing. I have a fuck ton of quartz. Carrara Circuit. Look at this guy's room. This Pokemon Skullgirls, Smash Ultimate, Pokemon Adventures. Well, then firing gives you fish smokers. I don't know what that is, but you can buy a fish smoker for 10,000 from Willy. Which I know you can, that doubles the price of the fish that you sell. Except I didn't take the perk that increases the amount that fish sell by because I didn't realize that was telling me I had to make a choice. I didn't realize hitting level 5 said make a choice, and I ended up picking the wrong one twice. So that was cool. It's alright. I ended up taking the one that makes it so you spend less resources on traps. I don't even know how traps work. I got no idea how that mechanic even works. Well. I'm in the latter half of summer. I'm on like summer 19, I think, of the first year. I'm having a great time with it. Like I said, I just like, it reminds me of when I played Mineral Town way back when. And I've just played so much Mineral Town. Just talking to the NPCs. They've given me so many recipes at this point, but I still don't have a kitchen. Because I can't upgrade my house. Because I don't have enough money. Because every time I get even a little bit of money, I've spent all of it. I had 8,000 going into summer, and then I bought a fuck ton of every available summer crop that I could. And then I became dirt poor. But all the summer crops grow back. So I wanted to make sure I bought all of them in day one to maximize their efficiency. I also have no idea what fertilizer does. I don't know what fertilizer does. I just have a bunch of it in my chest. There you go. Increases quality. That's not what it says. It says it retains water. And the other one says it makes it grow faster. I need quality 5 for I need quality 5 for specific ones. For what do you call it? For the community center. I am winner. There's a lot to do. I gotta get a barn, but I also need to get the bigger barn and the bigger coop because without a bigger coop I can't get a duck. Without a duck I can't get duck eggs. I can't use duck eggs. But I only have a little coop right now, which took a lot of money actually. And I bought chickens, and I don't have a silo, so I can't produce my own hay. So I gotta go fucking buy it. And these chickens eat so much on a daily basis. They're bleeding me dry. And for what? Egg? Retains water means may stay watered the next day. You know, that's actually pretty convenient. So fertilizer, I assume you use it in the soil and then it stays in that patch of soil until the crop is done growing? I don't really know how fertilizer works. In fact, I don't know how a lot of that shit works. I'm scared to use like 90% of the crafting system because I don't know what it does. Mario Cup, Baby Mario, Sunrise Slopes, Green Hill Run, Yoshi's Sylvan Slope, Kitayama Keep. Look, man, there's a lot of shit I don't know what it does, so I'm scared to even do anything with it. But like I said, like the community center requires you to dip your toes into everything, which I think is really cool. So I'll get there eventually. But right now, my days are kind of spent sometimes fishing, sometimes doing mine work. Talking with the people in town, learning more about them, getting some more stuff for the museum, just slowly and gradually working on improving like everything generally. No, I'm not touching the wiki if I can help it. The only thing I consulted the wiki for so far was how to get an XMB mod to work. And then I ended up not using it anyway because there was a version that worked with the SD API. The other time was I had to make sure where you catch a largemouth bass because Jody invited me to dinner and she said come at 7 p.m. with a largemouth bass, and I was like, I have to be there for 7 p.m. with a largemouth bass. I ended up catching 3 sturgeons, which I needed for the community center anyway, before I caught one. And then I was like, yeah, guess who's coming to dinner tonight? But I had to be sure where, I didn't know where to catch a largemouth bass. I had to be sure. Oi, oi, oi. I don't have a Hort yet. I did preemptively get a mod that makes so Hort can travel through narrow passageways, but Hort costs like $10,000, so like that's not on the priority list. There's a hilarious amount of mods that I saw that are just like, hey, you want to not play the game? Like, going through them, it's like some of them are like quality of life, and some of them are like you're not even playing the game anymore. When I saw the one that was like skip the fishing mini game, I was like, motherfucker, what? What do you mean skip the fishing mini game? That's called skipping the gameplay. Another one is just, here's a cheat menu. You can just cheat now. It's like, what? Bro. That's quality of life, I guess. Quality of life is accessing community center from anywhere without having to go all the way back to that fucking decrepit building to realize you don't have the right item in your inventory, or you have the wrong item in your inventory. Fishing's not that hard. Fishing's fun. Misty has the same style of fishing. I was very, very used to it. But like the harder fish to catch are very wobbly, but that's why you get a better rod, because a better rod has more staying power and longer like holding area. This is a really pretty course. I enjoyed this course. My ear is itchy though, so I'd like to be done with it so I can scratch my ear. Oh, the ski lift. Oh, baby. Damn, look at that. Wow, that was awesome. No, the fishing mini game is fun, but there's a lot of mods. There's an insane amount of mods. Green Hill Run. But like I said, the only ones I grabbed, and I do have a couple. I have quite a bit now at this point, but the only ones I have are tried and true, quality of life. Don't actually affect like gameplay really at all. No movement speed up one. I'll have to buy a $15,000 book for that to learn how to fucking jog at a brisk pace. There's a really popular mod that lets you buy a tractor. That one I don't think in my mind as much because it doesn't just give you a tractor, it makes it a purchasable option. There's also one that makes another rucksack that can give you 48 item slots. But that one you have to buy at the shop for 50,000. I think that's fine. That's a fine mod. A mod that just gives you something like that, that's not as great. Ouch. 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 Quality of life to me means like certain things are just less tedious. That's really all it is. I'll play within the limitations of the game. There's another mod that lets you become a fucking Time Lord. You have full control over the timer. That's like, what's even the point of that? If I have full control over the time of day, I can just like, there's no reason to advance the day. There's no reason to fucking live. I can just do everything on one day. The rapidly advancing timer requires you to plan what you want to do for the day and pick and choose and like keep track of people's schedules. You can't just fucking be like, oh shit, well, guess I'll rewind time and go do this event. You can't do that. You can't do that. Whoa, Jesus. The hell is this music? Meow, 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 meow. I like the anime portraits. I like the anime portraits, and I like the dialogue. I like the dialogue one. I'm having a great time with the game. I do think there are a few mods that, like... There are a few mods that I can understand why people would say you should probably get these regardless, because they just enhance the gameplay experience. But when enhancing the gameplay experience turns into streamlining the entire game to a point where you're not actually like engaging with the game, that's a bit much. The super happy trait. Ow. Oh god, look at that tongue! What the hell? Well, alright. That was strange. I assume the Skull Cave elevator is just puts an elevator on every floor. I don't even really see a point to that one, because you get an elevator every 5 floors. And if you gotta turn back, you gotta turn back and come back better prepared. That's really about it. Maybe it'll get worse the further down I go, but like... As it stands for me, it being every 5 floors is fine. The most annoying part is when 2 AM hits, and then I like pass out and die. And then Jojo Mart is like, hey, we found you and we charged you a fee. Like, motherfucker, I passed out at my doorstep. Like, relax. Oh, actually, that reminded me, chat. You know, I went into the Jojo Mart and I saw the cashier and I was like, is that Penny? I thought that was Penny. No, that's not even a character. She's just there from 9 to 11 p.m. at that register, selling shit. At a higher price, by the way. I didn't know that. I bought my first set of fucking produce seeds from them. Let me tell you. When the game introduced the community center, and then it was like, oh, if you go get a Jojo Mart membership, they'll tear down the center and turn it to a warehouse. And the game was like, okay, so this will happen, but like, there will be alternative ways to improve the town through the Jojo Mart. And I was like, did you even watch the opening cinematic? The whole reason we're here is because our life is miserable. There's a dead guy. There's a fucking dead guy in our line of offices at Jojo Incorporated. Why the fuck would I ever do anything for this company? I fucking hate this company. This company has driven me up the wall. They have driven me to farm. So as a result, I basically never acknowledged the Jojo Mart building ever. I just don't acknowledge it. I have maybe been in there like 3 or 4 times since the first week of the game. I just don't go in it. I don't talk to them. No, I don't talk to them. I don't care about them. They're stains. They're stains on my community. I want them gone. I'm gonna make my community so fucking bustling that Jojo Mart leaves. Pieces of shit. Fuck you, Morris. Bro walked into Pierre's shop and was like, 50% coupons for all. Like, bro, that's cringe. Pierre's my friend. He sells me at a produce at a deal. He's a good guy. He says, it's Farmer John when I come in, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm Farmer John. Yeah, I'm not touching any of the extended stuff because, again, I have no knowledge of the main game, so I don't want to mix up modded stuff. I don't want to mix up modded stuff with regular stuff, you know. I might peep it at some point, but right now I am purely focused on a vanilla experience. I'm purely focused on a vanilla experience with some quality mods, of course. I am Farmer John. This is my farm, the Fumo Farm. What do we produce here? We produce a fuckload of cotton. Or at least we will once I get a sheep. Wait, no, sheep don't... No, that's wool. Alright. Please disregard what I just said. We're gonna grow cotton on my fields, and we're gonna make Fumos. This is Okami music. I don't know why, but my brain was like, yes, sheeps produce cotton. No. No. They produce wool. Well, that was cool. They don't produce anything. I need a barn. I need a barn, but it's expensive. Oh, I like the little sprite guys in the game. They look like little apples. They speak glorp. They go and they look like little apple people. I get a chuckle out of them. Oh god, they're running. So I'm a little curious about. So the latest thing that happened in my game is the Green Rain happened. Oops. The Green Rain happened, which was a neat event. And the railroad station became unblocked, so the bathhouse is accessible. But like, nobody really does anything up there. So like, it's kind of just empty space that I don't really know what to do with. The bathhouse takes way too much time to get in to recover energy. That's not worth it. Sebastian said he goes up there sometimes, but Sebastian only walks out of his house at like 7 p.m. And he lives on the fucking mountains. And it's like, bro, I'm not up in the mountains at 7 p.m. unless I'm in the mines. And I'm not getting out of the mines until it's like 12. That's just not happening. So my friendship rating with him is like super low because I just never get to talk to him. I don't know what events I have and don't have is another thing. I wish I could keep track of it. Because I'm pretty sure each character should have like 4 events. But some characters that aren't romantic interests have events. That egg I gave Alex was so powerful that I got 2 of his events in a row. Because it bumped him from yellow to red. And immediately I got 1 event. And then it immediately led to the next event where he was lifting weights without his shirt on. And I was like, okay. Alright. Carby. Vanish Floor Garden, Sunshine Station, GK Play Misty for me, and the Wii Museum. No, I like the dudes. I don't know much about Sam and Sebastian, or even really Elliot, but I feel like the dudes got a little more characterization than the girls. But that's just because, well, I don't think I got a single Penny event, to be honest with you. Unless the one where she helps George with his mailbox is an event for Penny. I don't think I've got a single Penny event. I got 3 of Emily's events, and, like, none of them are interesting to her character. Haley's events are not interesting to her character. I got 2 of those. Abigail's... One is her playing video games, the other one is her playing a flute. That's when I discovered that I can play a lyre. How the fuck? I didn't know I could do that. But my farmer guy just pulled out a lyre and joined her in some playing. I was like, I didn't know I could do that. This entire event hinges on the idea that I can do this, but I definitely can't do this. But I like that because she plays the flute. A little more character for that. Leah has an actual interesting character. She moved away from the city to pursue her life's interests. But being an artist is hard. Well, I'm here now. You know what's funny, chat, is... This is the second time I've played a Harvest Moon game. And the first character I saw that I was like, ooh, was a married woman. This happened twice now. First character in the game you meet is Robin. And I was like, wow, she is pretty. And I found out she had 2 kids and a husband. And I was like, shit. Well, that's how she be. The other time this happened was when I played Ruin Factory. When I played Ruin Factory, the first character I saw that I was interested in was Sabrina. The Surf Shack lady. Well, she had an ex-husband and a kid. So, well, which means it could be possible, but the game said no. So yeah, I've been baited by the attractive married woman twice now in my Harvest Moon spin-off games. Can you believe this? What a life you must live, streamer. That's why we have mods. No, 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 no. What kind of fucking monster are you that you would destroy their happy life just because you're horny? If you actually cared about them, you would want them to be happy. That's terrible. Making a mod to allow you to allow unfaithful behavior like that. You make me sick! I'm gonna puke! Blah! Absolutely horrendous behavior. So this is really hard to drive on, and I think that's mostly just because of the car I am. Where the hell are we? Why is Rosalina winning by such a large margin? Well. Well, this works. Carby is not good, but like, this is pretty great. Whatever. There's a mod to Romance Robin. You shouldn't be able to do that. I don't think you should be able to do that. I don't like that very much. Sunshine Station. I know there's a mod for polygamy where you can marry everybody, but that's also bad. That's also bad. I'm trying to be part of this fucking community, man. Alright? Not part of this fucking community. Pick the girl I like the most and have a nice life. Have a kid and enjoy myself. I ain't trying to run no fucking harem. Did the same thing in Persona. One girl. That's it. None of this protagonist none of this bullshit. None of this bullshit. I hate all this bullshit. Pick your wife for life. Although I think there's a divorce option in the game. Well, that didn't hit me, but okay. There's a book in the mayor's office that you can use to file for divorce, but I don't want to file for divorce. I'm not even married yet. You criminals make me sick. I don't want polygamy. That's all. And I am judging you for it, actually. I am judging you. I can satisfy 6 women. Motherfucker, you can't even satisfy yourself. Let them be happy. Let them be happy. And their key to happiness is being as far away from your ass as possible. Wapow. Ow. I can't control this vehicle. That's not the right button. We're on the last lap. This is not going so well. Ooh. I crashed into the lip of the bridge. Well, alright. You go play your single player game the way you want to. I'll go play it the way I'd like to. Play Misty for me. I don't even know what this means. I don't even know what this means. Garfield Kart! Alright, I also got one of Maru's hard events where she's working with her dad and you stop in. And her dad is like, you know, my daughter is great. And she has a very promising career. And I'd hate for something to get in the way of it. If you catch my drift. And I'm just like, bro? I've been here for like 2 weeks. Relax. I get her father's concerns. She has a bright future. What happens if she marries a farmer? Well, she becomes a farmer's wife. What does she do? Well, she's very smart. She's very smart and she builds robots. What do? I eat dirt. Okay, well, I don't eat it, but I do spend most of my day in dirt. So I would say that my life is not a desirable one or a compatible one with such a woman. Well, huge Snai. Thank you, Snai. I appreciate it. Chat, actually, I have a question. Who's the most popular and least popular bachelor and bachelorette? Because if I had to guess, it's either... For most popular bachelor, I would have to assume it's either Shane or Sebastian. And for least popular, I'd have to assume... probably Elliot, but maybe Alex. Unless I'm forgetting one. Sam, Alex, Sebastian. Oh, right, Harvey, the doctor. I'm wondering about that. Oi. Most popular girl is Abigail, and the least popular girl is Haley. Based on what I've seen... from my own game, that makes perfect sense. I understand why Abigail is so popular. I really do. And I also understand why Haley is not, because these two women are extremely reflective of real-world tropes that don't match compatibly with the average player base of Stardew Valley. One is a bit of an eccentric, plays video games, kind of a weirdo, and the other one is a very stereotypical girl. She is a very class action white woman. What's it for the guys, though? The Wii Museum. Again, I'm in no rush. I'm gonna get the events, learn more about the characters, and just kind of enjoy my time. That's all. Super Mario Brothers Wii. Wii channel. Wow. Sebastian's most popular, Harvey least based on search results. Sebastian is a punk, emo, hates sunlight type who's also a programmer. He also smokes. That's icky. I don't like that. Smoking is cringe. So, sometimes I can, like, I don't know, you can just tell. Harvey being the least popular, I don't know what causes that exactly. But the fact that I forgot that he was a bachelor is probably one of the reasons why. Shane has real I can fix him energy to him that attracts women. Women really love seeing a man absolutely down on his luck in fiction and being like, I will make him better. They won't even give the time of day to somebody like that in real life. But yeah, that's fine. This is fiction after all. Ranking list from 5 years ago that had Sebastian at the top and Alex at the bottom. So the Chad and the Stacy are the least popular. And the eccentric, quirky introverts are the most popular. Wow. Isn't that shocking? That is the most not shocking information I've gotten all week. And that's pretty impressive. Because I heard that Donkey Kong was coming out soon. Are you excited for that? I'm not playing it. I don't have a Switch 2. Ah! Chad, who's your favorite guy? I like Gus. Is he my favorite guy? I don't know, but I like Gus. He's such a stereotypical tavern owner. He's the big hardy fella with a heart of gold. I like that guy. I also like Willie because he fishes, and I like people who fish. I get along with people who fish. I like Shane because when I talk to Shane, he's like, who the fuck are you? Why are you talking to me? I don't know you. And after like a month of doing that, now he very sheepishly says like, hey. And it's like, oh, I've made progress. Like, he used to hate my guts, but now we're like, we've reached less than strangers territory. The Adventure Guild guy. He's cool, but he's not really a character you could interact with. I like that he shows up at events, but you can't do much with him. Rainbow Road DX, Sunset Parkway, backside of the TV, and Blizzard No Fortress. Backside of the TV sounds interesting. Wow. Like the wizard has like you can follow his progress. Oh yeah, there's a mod to turn the wizard into a hot woman. Just in case you were wondering. I don't have that enabled because, well, quite frankly, that seems like a pain in the ass, and I barely talk to him anyways. But I ain't doing it. You know why I ain't doing it? Because it's okay. All right. It's the same reason I could never get into Bowsette. Because despite it being an attractive woman, I know on the inside that's Bowser. That knowledge alone prevented me from ever getting into that. Not kidding. Not kidding. I'm not even exaggerating. That's just true. Could never get into that trend because I knew that was Bowser. If I turn the wizard into a witch, I know it's still the wizard in there. It's still the wizard in there. It won't work. I know what you really are deep inside. I love him just the way he is with his big purple beard. What about when you put the crown on the Boo or the Chain Chomp? That's different. Kind of. Maybe you disagree, but that's different. Bowser is not the same as that. Don't make me pull out the chart. The wizard can shapeshift. No, I'm saying that what the wizards do is they dabble in dubious magics that can change your things like your age and appearance. That's all. Do you know who Cagliostro is from Grand Blue Fantasy? I know your game. I don't know what that is in the map, but I thought that middle thing was like a penile. That's my fault, though. So basically what? Cagliostro is the grandfather of alchemy in Grand Blue Fantasy. Cagliostro is also a beautiful Baishoujo girl. So, yeah. Yep. I know what you are. How does it apply to me? It doesn't apply to you at all. I'm just saying that they're like practitioners of dark arts are capable of changing their age, sex, and location. The whole ASL, man, they can do it all. I'm gonna get catfished by a wizard. Okay. For the record, I like Cagliostro. I think her character is great. She's very entertaining. But that's a primo example. She is, however, one of those characters that is in the fighting games. And she's one of those characters that, like, you can, like, smell her player base. For lack of a nicer way to phrase it. There are some characters that sometimes you can just tell. You can just tell. You know what's funny? One time, this was years ago. This was years ago. Back in the days of Xbox Live. I was watching Christian play Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And his opponent was named Twilight Sparkle. Oh, this is in Persona 4. His opponent was named Twilight Sparkle, and I was like, this guy definitely has X23 on his team. And bam. X23 was on his team. And Chris was like, how'd you know that? And I told him, it's because Tara Strong voices X23. Caught him. Absolutely fucking got him. Hard call. Very easy call, anyway. Whee! Goopy boy. Hey, have you guys tried that new Persona gacha game? Persona X? I heard it's not doing too well on the ratings board. Hey, did you guys know that Kita-san Black comes out in global in like one day? And that game is probably the most successful overseas launch of a game I've seen in the last 5 years? What a world we live in. Streamer, this isn't the way to go. Yeah. The one with the Subway Slammer. See, I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of that is. I know it's 70 gigabytes. And I know it's Persona, but I don't know anything else. Risei Kujikawa. I have no desire to play the horse game, but I like the horse characters. Except the weird one who talks about Goo Goo babies. I don't like that one. Because I've seen what horny does to a motherfucker. Alright? And I know exactly what's going on with that character. I want no part of that. People be like, streamer, you like Twin Turbo? IDK. Anyway, my favorite is Super Creek. Yeah, I bet it is, you goo-goo ass baby. The Persona Global version reduces the gems you get compared to other versions. Why? Hmm? What? Why though? That just seems like an obvious thing to not do because it will immediately get caught and you will lose business for it. What a goo goo baby. Am I right, boys? I had no idea what's happening here. Oh, I know this song. Mega Man. No, they won't get taken to court for it, but they will lose interest in the game when that is kind of like obvious. It's only a lawsuit if they promise something else and then they don't deliver. But if they're saying, if it's straight up like this is just how it is, then it's just how it is. It's stupid, but yeah, you can't really do much about that one. Yep. 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 Thanks, Yoshi. Bye, Yoshi. So yeah, Stardew is kind of like taking over my life for a little bit, but oh, chat. My felt pens arrived today, and I got my paper, which I thought I wasn't gonna get until like Friday. So I got my pen and my paper, so I can finally start the my Drawla box. But I'm not gonna do it tonight because I have work tomorrow. So I might start it tomorrow or Thursday. So I'll be able to start a little bit earlier than I thought I was going to be able to. I'm gonna start that. So I've been doing my sketchbook. I missed one day, and that was Sunday night because it was like 3 a.m. It was 3 a.m. I wasn't feeling very well. But I told myself last night, I was like, alright, listen to me, fuckface. You are turning Stardew off at 12 and you are putting that sketchbook in your face. And then I did it. I did in fact turn Stardew off at 12 and put the sketchbook in my face. No excuses that time. Thank God for high turning. Yeah. Pretty cool track. Good choice of music too. I'm looking forward to it. I gotta get the server set up for it as well. Because the thing is, chat, even if nobody wants to actually do it with me, I still want a server up so I can post it somewhere. Because it's like, I don't really want to save all these images. Well, I mean, it's like, they're gonna be done on physical paper anyway, but it's nice to keep track of progress like that. That's all. Dash all. So I'll make that up soon. Maybe not tonight. I think when I'm done here, I'm probably just gonna goof off. Might do it tomorrow, but yeah, it's my last week of work. I got 2 days left, chat. 2 days left, and then I'm a free man. Mushroom Garden, Ghostly Gulch, Planet Popstar, Wooded Way. I don't think the new DK game is out today, because today is Tuesday. Nintendo tends to release on the weekends. Most games release on Tuesdays because it's the start of the weekly like report. Nintendo tends to release their games on the weekend, and more people have time to actually play them. So say what you want about Nintendo, and trust me, there's a lot to say, but they're usually pretty good about that. Is releasing them at a time where, even though it makes the first week sales look bad, like, more people get the game and play it on the weekend. They do, however, have that Australia bit where if you tell John Tendo that you're Australian, you can get the game a day in advance. Fuck. It's the town flower from Wind Waker. Alright. Well, I hope the Donkey Kong game is good. I will probably be watching Vinny play it on and off again. But, yeah, I don't have the system. Steel. There are games that I want on that system that don't have release dates yet. And I will probably look into that system once those games get more information. But right now, I'm pretty fine. Anyway, you guys want to play some Mario Kart? Oh wait, I am! Streamer, you are playing Mario Kart! Ha 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 ha! Ah! I don't know why I drifted that way. Ouch. What the hell? Ah! Okay. Yeah, usually Nintendo will release its games on Friday, but you'll see people playing it on Thursday because of Australian time zones. Bomb! That's so cringe. I'm gonna cry about it. I'm gonna cry about it. I'm gonna cry about it. This is fine. Ghostly Gulch. I thought this was from Diddy Kong Racing for a second there. So yeah, you guys do anything on the weekend? I watched a cool anime. I talked about it earlier. I plan at some point to watch Blue Box again as well, because I really like it and I want to watch it again. I watched Gray and Blue again as well. I also watched Dress Up Darling, just to kind of like re-engage with it, because the second season I plan on watching when those are done. Just kind of give myself a mental refresher on the first seasons. I need to get back into my workout routine as well. I have a schedule planned out. I gotta write it down, but I have a schedule planned out, one that is pretty solid. I just have to stick with it. I just gotta stick with it, and that's the hardest part. That is easily the hardest part. The schedule can very easily be thrown off by a simple fact of not doing it or going to bed too late. I need to have really good discipline. But I really don't want to fall into a degenerate sleep schedule where I'm like awake I'm awake into the fucking AM, and I'm waking up at like PM times. I don't want that. I'm pretty tired. The current state of my job is when there's not enough people, there's not enough hours in my department, but then another department comes over and just drops their workload on us and expects us to do it because they don't have hours in their department. And it's like, I'm done with this. I'm good. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. My plan is to be awake between 9 to 11 a.m. My plan is to be asleep between 11 to 1, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., preferably before 1 a.m. So I want to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Poppy Star. I want to dedicate a block of hours to art, block of hours to editing, stream, free time, and exercise. I only have to exercise with my routine 4 times a day, or four times a week, sorry. And it only takes an hour. So 4 hours out of an entire week are dedicated to lifting weights. That's all I need. I can do that. So I have a schedule set up for everything. And then it's about basically figuring out where to put breathing room so I can relax, and where I put stuff that I want to actively engage in for like learning. It's pretty solid structure, but again, I have to fucking do it. If I don't do it, then none of this matters. Everything I'm telling you doesn't matter. I love Planet Popstar. Well. Oh my god, get off the road! Yeah, my workout routine is, it's a full body workout. 2 different full body workouts. Workout A and workout B. You do each one twice a week, so 4 days total. So I'm gonna cycle on again, off again. So, you know, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, like that. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Just do A, skip B, skip A, skip B, skip, like that. It's 10 exercises, full body, all dumbbell. And the way I do it, I shoot all 10 in a row, and then I take like a intermission between them. And I can do that in an hour. I can do 3 sets of 10 different workouts in an hour, because I know how to do them. And I only have 1 weight. So I can do that in an hour. But I also have like little fitness checks that I plan on incorporating as well at the beginning and end of my day. Wooded Way. All I got's the 25s. That's all I got. But right now I'm not concerned about doing more weight, because yeah. I'm too on again, off again with it in general that I have no confidence in higher weights. I would just like to be able to do it with the weights I have. That's all. Okay. There he goes. My ear's itchy again. I should get back into cardio. Get on the bike. My issue really is, and I think a lot of people have this issue, is it's just particularly draining days at work make you just not want to actually do anything when you get home. And it's not due to physical strain so much as this mental stress of it. That's what it feels like. It's just like mentally you're exhausted and you've done everything today just to like make ends meet, and then you don't spend any time doing what you want. And it sucks because you think now it's time to do what I want to do, but then you don't have the energy for it. But then when you don't have the energy for it and you don't do it, your mental gets worse because you're actively not doing anything that you want to do. And now your life is just now the company. Your life is the company. You wake up, you work, you go home, and you escape. And non-committal, non-difficult things like playing video games or watching TV. Learning skills is tiresome, and I don't have time or energy to do it. So all I have left is consumerism. That sucks. I don't actually know how to swim. I never learned. Well, there he goes. Swimming is a great full body exercise. Is that gonna push me back? Yes, it is. I thought that was opposite water, I guess, because it's clearly fucking pouring from up top there. And we're going from... Stupid asshole. Why would I think that was any direction but back down the hill? Okay, not cool. That's good. There's still a comeback here. Time for a major comeback. Ass cheeks. That's fine. Cha-pa-ba-bow. A-cha-pa-pow. Number 2, Victory Royale. How many are left, do you think? We're almost done. Isn't that crazy? Holy shit, we're almost fucking done. This is a terrible idea. Oh, there's 4 more! Luminous Grotto, Hilltop Horizons, Midnight and Starry Plaza, Hall of Fame Galaxy. There's 4 more. This... Alrighty. Ridge Racer! There, okay. I just gotta get back on the bike. I have a bike, I haven't used it in so long now. I was building up actual mileage on that thing too. I was really using that shit. And I just stopped. And I'm not even sure why. Maybe it's because it made my ass sore and the pedals weren't comfortable. I should invest in like a seat cushion. Cashew and cardio. You know what I did on vacation? I told Andrew to grab my legs. I did a handstand and I did push-ups with in handstand. He was holding me, so it wasn't perfect, but I wonder if I could pull it off without weight support. I'd give that a shot. It's hard to get up there with a handstand without help. But yeah, he was basically like helping me stay balanced, but I was just moving up and down. But he had leverage, so like I don't know how much of that was my own strength. It's cool to do though. This thing's drift is pretty not good. In fact, I don't think any stat on this thing is good except its speed. Well, goodbye. Handstands are kind of scary to do because you feel like if you do it wrong, you're gonna fall and snap your neck. How's your core? Huh? You do your sit-ups? You do your planks? My plank PB is 1 minute. It's 1 minute, but I haven't really tried to beat it in quite a while because my routine only requires me to go to 45. So 45 seconds is what I stop at, but my record is 60. You can't see my abs or anything, but when I feel my abdomen, there's not as much push that I get on it, you know? Like when I push into it, I feel more resistance from my body, which I think is pretty cool. Hilltop Horizons. Wait, is this Hilltop Zone from Sonic 2? I'm not dieting, but like, I don't eat a lot. I mean, I only drink water and milk and sometimes Gatorade. I do eat a lot of fried foods, aka chicken tendies, and very salty preservatives of scalloped potato. My diet is far from the best. I ate a lot of junk on Sunday as well. You know what happened to me, chat? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I bought Dorito, and I ate Dorito, and I was playing Apollo Justice. And it was like 1 in the morning, and I was like, oh, I have to go to the washroom now. And then I went to the washroom, and I was like, ah! For about 15 minutes. And I was like, okay, I will never buy Dorito again. How do people live like that? When I consume an egregious amount of that shit, my body starts killing me from the inside. I don't get how people can live like that. Like, you know that's gonna do that to your body and you keep going back to it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Goodbye. I remember I did that to myself before while drinking pop. I used to drink a lot of pop. Pepsi and Mountain Dew were the main ones I drank. And I'd buy like a can of 8 and I would only drink it. Some days I'd have 3 cans a fucking day. And at one point I just had enough cans that my stomach felt like actually really strange. And then my internals blasted out of my rear end and I was like, alright. How? Because I had it for lunch and dinner, and then I had it later in the night as like a snack. That's why I could have 3 cans a day. I heard that, Lakitu. I heard that. I can handle a can. I can handle a can. I had a Mountain Dew on Sunday, and it's fine. See, the thing is, you're allowed to still have these things in moderation. Like, you can You can still have a can of Coke every now and again. It's not great for you, but it's not gonna kill you. But some people seem to think when someone says go on a diet, it means you are now going to be eating you're now going to be eating vegetables directly out of the soil and the soil as well. Like, no, that's not how this works. Starlight, star bright. Don't touch me, motherfucker. I'm a Ridge Racer! Wow. Sunday, I had a slice of pizza and Mountain Dew. That was my lunch. Okay, Wiggler. That was my lunch. A slice of pizza and Mountain Dew. That's fine, though. You know why? Because every other fucking day, my lunch is water and milk. I'm okay. Oh. You know, I don't drink coffee or anything like that. I like getting a Powerade after work because it helps kind of get me up a little bit. It helps get me up, but it's also not an energy drink. What the fuck? I guess we're going this way. We're the only one going this way. I see, like, my coworkers buying Monsters at, like, 10 a.m. and I'm just like, that's just... I mean, I don't say anything because I'm not a snob about my diet. But, like, fuck, man. I remember I would, like, come in at 8 a.m. and I'd see some of these grocery workers and they got, like, they got Monster for breakfast. That's their breakfast. Is a fucking pack of smokes and a Monster. And it's like, that's death. This kills the man. Oh, I'm not winning. Wait. Not winning, but close enough. I have energy drinks so infrequently that they hit me like a ton of rocks when I do have them. But they're one of those things that you get used to. And some people, they just buy them and they drink them like it's a normal drink. And they're like, they don't feel it. Hall of Fame Galaxy. Ooh, pretty. I don't do coffee. I don't do coffee, so I just spend the first hour or two of my day looking like an absolute miserable asshole. Because I can't get my eyes open because I'm too tired. I've had pre-workout like 3 times. And, Houston, we have a problem. Okay, well. That was certainly a spot to fall out of the line. Okay. I'm so far away. Cool. Water's great. I like milk. I'm a big milker kind of guy. As of recent. Well, not even recent. It's just when I found out that you can get a 1 liter at such an affordable price, it just became a like staple drink. I fucking love milk. That's not the way to go. No, this way. I hate this car. Wow. Wowie. It never ends. Oh. Well, that wasn't very good. Plain glass of milk last night. Dude, I buy a 1 liter, I drink half of it, and I drink the other half of it at the end of my shift. And goddamn, when I get my hands on that cold fucking milk, and I put it to my lips, and it goes down my throat, and it's just, it's so good. I can't stop. I can't stop drinking. Glug, glug, glug. Baby Rosalina Cup. Canopy Crossing, Cuban Conundrum, F-Zero Export Town, Pinna Park. Okay. If you're lactose intolerant, just defeat it by drinking more milk. That's literally all you have to do. Simply defeat it by introducing so much lactose that your body's just like, alright, fine, we'll tolerate it. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Studies show that lactose intolerance can be dealt with by simply tolerating lactose. Isn't that crazy? I fucking love milk. Give me that back. Well. Yeah. Oh, you guys and your silly milk alternatives. Give me that GNU! Ah, wah, 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 wah. There's a lot of red shells in my general area. I'll see you later. To be allergic to gluten sounds like a nightmare. How do you even enjoy food when all of the fun is removed from it? You tell me. Oh god, that second time that happened. You tell me. Ow. Ba-da-dum-bum. Why the fuck would anyone eat something gluten-free if they didn't have to? That's insane. Imagine being like, I could enjoy all of life's pleasures. Let's buy gluten-free items. That's the equivalent of spending $400 on a pair of jeans with holes in them. Fuck you. It's fashionable. It's chic. Money works in mysterious ways. This wasn't here before. That's a cool little finisher. Todd's Garage. What if I hate gluten on a moral level? Well, I have to wonder why you have so much beef with something so like that. Oh God. Why would somebody have so much beef with gluten? Well, I believe that's called a barbecue when you put your hot dog in the bun. Ha 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 ha. Very funny, streamer. Throw some shrimps on da bobby. Da bobby. Well. I guess I'm here now. Dude, the trick animation has a cube! It's all cubes. Okay. Well, that was cool. I don't know what inspired this course, the existence of this course. Ugh. You and your simple shapes. A cube is not a simple shape. It's a complex one. Yo, even the fucking thing, even the little circle indicating you popped the POW block is a fucking cube. It's all cubes. Why did he come out of a bullet bill huge? Dude, where's the blooper? How has there not been a single blooper? That fucker's probably a cube too. Squeak, my little lad. Squeak. That's never gonna catch me. Well, that was good. Oh, I dodged a blue shell with that. Okay, that's the third lightning. What if the squid got turned off by this level? Okay. It's free day. This track's pretty long for 3 laps. Watch out. Chat, do you even see the blooper on the wheel? Do you see the blooper on the wheel? I don't want it myself. I saw him there for a second, but I don't know. Cube! Okay. You ever see the movie Cube, chat? Cool movie, actually. I enjoyed it. It makes virtually no sense as a movie, but it's actually pretty neat. This is a Minecraft movie. Let me ask you a very, very serious question. What the fuck would I do with the Minecraft movie Do you know how much Minecraft I've played in my entire life? You think I would get anything out of that movie? You could learn to love it. You think I'm gonna learn to love Minecraft through the Minecraft movie? Is that what you think? I think you had one too many shots, my guy. You gotta lay off the spiked caffeine. What? What happened? I can't see. Okay, that last map definitely disabled bloopers. Has to have. Up, zero. This track is a fucking banger. Ow. Okay. F-Zero! Oh my god! Big lady! I'm alright. I'm okay. I'm fine. Now I'm small lady. She's 8'3". She's the only one for me. So you gotta understand the circumstances. It's not so much that, like, when people talk about tall, they just assume that anybody taller than like 6'4" is like Slender Man limbs, and that's why they're so tall. But no, they're just the realistic embodiment of if you increase, if you grab somebody by the corner of their image and you just hold shift and you pull. That's what it actually means. That's what that means. You just make them very large. And that is some good stuff. Goodbye. Do you not see the image of Gold Chip when she's like 8'4"? Big horse. Well, alright then. That was weird, but why did you not get affected? You were in the bullet. Okay. This mushroom is so pivotal to the game plan here. Okay. Interesting. No, I mistimed it! I mistimed it. Everyone's talking about the Horde. I just like the Horde anime. Isn't it funny how Uma Musume is being compared to bronies? I find that funny. I find that very funny. Because I just assume that everybody who is against that one and is now part of the current one is probably hearing that and being like, no! No! Not true! None of it's true! It is lie! 2 more. Honey Hive Falls, Icebound Stronghold, F-Zero X Sand Ocean, Waluigi's Carrier Cruise. Different coat of paint, but it's all horses again. My poor neck. The Hive Cafe. Why are we like fucking ant-sized in so many maps? You notice that? That cafe was massive. I am like boog. Holy. Wait, what? Oh, this is the part I can drive on. Bees. Ready? Set. Go special week. Go special week. Not good. Not good. Getting tired. I'm getting kind of galore. I'm getting a little glorp. Oh. That is good. I enjoy every moment that I am awake. I enjoy every moment of my life awake. Yeah. Yep. Where the fuck is he going? My nose is itchy. Like, uh-oh. This could greatly affect the outcome of the race if I don't scratch my nose, like right now. Ah! That's good. We're good. Icebound Stronghold. You know how many Hort are in the game? Because I don't. I feel like that's the kind of knowledge that you need if you're like a Pokemon master. That someone's probably got that horse dex online. I care about like 2 horses. I like Twin Turbo because she never gives up. And I like Amazon because she looks pretty. There you go. There you go. There's your streamer attempts to fit in with the in crowd for a little bit. Poke. Amazon. Amazon is the name. Yeah, she has tan skin and long blue hair. And she's feisty. Twin Turbo is not tan, has long blue hair, and is feisty. Quite the correlation, streamer. Is it? Is it? Really? You noticing a pattern there, Sherlock? I can't fucking believe it. Wow, look at you go, super detective. I'm not surprised. The only thing that's gonna surprise you is my location in 5 hours from now. This is a warning. I'm a big man. Rubber band. Well. Well, that's okay. I've seen worse outcomes. Well, that's okay. I've seen better outcomes. Relapse though, boys. There you go. There you go. She's got sharp teeth, heterochromia, and twin tails. Ouchie. She's pretty great. She has the same no-quitter attitude that Haru has. Although Twin Turbo has actually won. Haru never won. Haru Urara is a primo class legendary jobber. But that's okay. Because she's always having fun. She understands what's important. She won a retirement race recently. Wasn't that post from like 5 years ago? We're fine. I did hear about that, yeah. The current meme is the amount of grass that she is getting. She's getting a very large amount of ryegrass. Sand ocean. It's nice that some of these horses are just like chilling on their ranches, retired. I heard that rice shower got sent to the glue factory. I only heard this because of the Northern Lion clip that went around for a little bit. Where someone told him that and he started laughing and it was like a viral clip. Goodbye. Oh, I'm just quoting the tweet. I don't think the glue jokes are very funny. I don't think they're very funny. Not really because they're tasteless, but more so just because they're not funny. They're like the lowest hanging fruit possible. And it's just one of those things that, again, you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell somebody's sense of humor by how much they love throwing that word around when it comes to the warts. Real bottom barrel humor. Oh, I don't watch Northern Lion. I also don't give a single fuck about any of his political opinions. But hey, when you got a large audience, that's how you get it larger. I don't know enough about F-Zero to comment on the authenticity of this track. Beep. Marathon that series. You're right, I'll play all 2 of them. Waluigi's carrier. Yes. My carrier. Waluigi Island music. Okay. That was certainly something. That was like when you got to watch an actor be loaded into a scene in real time. Bro got moved. Playing Mario Party 3 like 2 weeks ago. Man, that game just doesn't have very many good boards, does it? We played Spiny Desert. That might have been the worst game of Mario Party I'd ever played in my life. Like, seriously. That game was ambitious, but it did not deliver in a lot of fronts. Fun flower. Do, do, do. I like the purple aesthetic. Wow. Shocking. Okay. There's 4 games. Yeah, but like, aren't like at least 3 of them the same game? You're not counting F-Zero 99 on that, right? Right? F-Zero! Good. There's a list of them all right there. Yeah, you said original X, GX, and GBA game. First of all, there's no actual GBA game for F-Zero. That's not real. Original X, I don't know what that is. F-Zero GX, isn't that the GameCube game? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What? What? Up! This is it. The final.
Let's go.
Final! Bloomberg Ruins, Bomb Basin, Among Us! Paulus, Minecraft Plains. Okay. He squirt. He squirt. Alright. It is now time to gamer. Yeah. 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 Wait. It wouldn't spit me out on that. Ew. Hot, steamy ink. Wow. Chat, I'm starting to fall asleep. Will I make it to Thursday? I should have got my drink. Oh my god, what the hell? It's like a Sonic 2 bonus stage in here. Holy shit! Gimme. Well, alright then. Oh. I don't know what else to talk about, chat. I exhausted my topics. I talked about Stardew for like 40 minutes straight. I can't do it. Is there anything coming out that isn't Donkey Kong? Oh, that was weird. How was my day? Honestly, my day was pretty fine. What the fuck? I'm really hoping that my last few days are as non-eventful as humanly possible. So I can just go in and then go out. No bullshit, no nonsense. Just in and out, regular week. That's good. Let me see. Hold on, let me glorp. I don't even know what that means, but go on. Well, that's not good.
Oh my.
4. Ninja Gaiden. Oh wait, the new one? Ninja Gaiden 4? Bomb Basin. When Sega All-Star Transformers Racers come out? I'm thinking of grabbing that. Fucking around with that for a little bit. Preferably when it's on sale. MGS Delta next month. Whoa. Same week as Borderlands 4 and Silent Hill F. Oh, fuck. Dude, Silent Hill F is this September. That's kind of crazy. Borderlands 4 is certainly going to be a game. Well, that's fine. So, do you guys think Borderlands 4 is going to, like, do well? I know it has a bad reputation, but it also has Borderlands legacy. I just wonder if people are gonna, you know, care about that. Wii. Well. To the loopy. I don't even remember passing the finish line for the first lap. I don't remember that at all, actually. Maybe it's a section track. No, I guess I just did a lap and I forgot a minute of my life. Yeah, I just forgot a minute of my life, that's all. Happens. That's not scary or anything. The last thing I saw of Borderlands 4 was they made a collector's edition. They made a collector's edition that doesn't actually include the game with it. That seems kind of weird to do for a video game franchise. To make a collector's bundle but not have the game be a part of it. Like, you think you would want to bundle that with the actual game. You can sell merch on the side, but it's like a box of stuff and then you also have to get the game separately. It's kind of weird. Borderlands, current state of Borderlands is they changed the agreement. I didn't press the button, by the way. They changed the agreement. The game is now like free, but Randy now has access to all of your personal information. So that's cool. But hey, you can play Borderlands 2 for free. Ow. A monkey. Okay, well. Well, alright. Bro, I don't even remember the last time I played Among Us. That had to have been, what, 3 or 4 years ago at this point? Decontam. Steam is down. It's Tuesday. It'll be back soon. Holy shit. Tuesday. It's time for maintenance. You know what's funny? Because I always fucking forget that maintenance is on Tuesday. I don't know which way to go, like, half the time. I don't know what I'm doing. That was not the way to turn. Oh. That was not a good use of a mushroom. So I do believe we will be finishing this whole thing with a big old fucking soggy doo-doo. Minecraft! This is it. The final level. And it's Minecraft. I fucking hate Minecraft. What? Zombie! I want to go through another portal. It doesn't work! This is just like the glowstone water myth. A not so victorious lap here. Well, okay. Well, alright then. Streamer. Hi, how you doing? What a lovely track. Holy shit, I just finessed the shit out of those zombies! This is it. This is so good. Fucker.
Yay! Not bad.
Did I win? I actually won. With a terrible score, I take home the gold. We did it. It's over. It's finished. I can't believe this. There's no more Mario Kart. We have beaten Mario Kart. We can actually let the credits play for real. Because I actually beat it. Well, chat, what was your favorite track? There's no way you remember any track that we didn't just play like 10 minutes ago. Not even a slight chance. Mansion of Madness was not a good track. I like the one with the Astral Observatory music because I like the Astral Observatory music. I don't think I've ever listened to this credits theme for longer than like the intro. Oh, that features all the racers who were part of the cup. Look at that. So Sanaya was number 1. Number 1 winner. Congratulations. Oh god, there's more! Has anyone even got this far? ID, no purpose. Okay. So what can I really say? Wait, they're driving custom cars. That King Boo, they're driving custom cars. In that footage, they're using mods. They're using modded cars. Oh. That was Roy Koopa. That was a black guy. That was Lakitu. That's Peter Piranha. None of this was accessible to me. Well, alright. Cool. Louie Gooey. Louie Gooey. Anyway. What an incredible compilation of tracks. There were a lot of tracks in this game that were very good. There were also some tracks that were not very good. But for the most part, a lot of them were very, very good tracks with pretty good polish, but a couple areas that weren't really tested because they didn't have an idiot like me on the design team. Like some areas with random out of bounds spots that poke out, or areas that should have out of bounds spots that don't. Stuff like that. But for the most part, this is a great compilation. It's extremely overwhelming and you can't really see a preview of the tracks. So remembering which ones you like can be tough. But it has a ridiculous amount of variety. Nintendo GameCube controller. Fast menus. Music. Why would you do that? Race settings. Music speed up. That's disabled? That didn't stop it from working. Battle glitch. Draggable blues. Speedometer location. Speedometer fractional. I don't even know what that means. Miscellaneous settings. KO settings. KO mode. Force 1v1 fun. Wait! There was a KO mode? Whoa! There was a KO mode. Online settings. None of that matters. They got Knockout Tour in here before Mario Kart World. Eat your heart out. I bet this one's better too. Not that I'd ever know. Because I don't have anyone to play with. Well, there you go, chat. Almost 700 tracks. Streamer played so many. That's me, player. Well. There you go. What a ride. Get it? Because we're racing in vehicles. Ha 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 ha. What a great game, this Mario Kart Wii. But it's over now. I hope you enjoyed. Because for the most part, I did.